Okay, in this situation, we have a car moving along with a kinetic energy of 3,000 joules. And now it's going to hit the brakes. It says the brakes are going to apply a force of 300 newtons. And we're curious about how far it's going to take to stop. So what's happening here? So originally we have a kinetic energy of 3,000 joules. We're on a level road, it says. So our potential energy at the beginning is going to be 0, and our potential energy at the end is going to be 0. What do we know about our kinetic at the end? Well, the car will be stopped, so 0 joules. So we can always go back, when we have one object and we're comparing it in two different positions, we can always use Ki plus Pi plus work equals Kf plus Pf. Let's plug some of that in. So we've got this 3,000 plus potential initial is 0 plus, we don't know what the work is, so let's just leave it in for now, equals 0 plus 0. Now, when you see 0 plus 0 over here, you probably feel like you made a mistake. But let's just play it out and see what happens. So you got 3,000 plus work equals 0. So we're going to subtract the 3,000. Why am I not dividing? Because you have this addition sign in between these two. You can only multiply and divide when you only have multiplication and division on that left side. So we get negative 3,000 over here is equal to work. So that tells us how much work was done on the car going from one position to another. So that's, there we go. Okay, so now how can we use that? Well, we can use our equation. Work is equal to FD cosine of the angle. This gets a little tricky, but not too bad. We know the force is 300 or 3,000? 300, okay. We don't know the distance. That's our whole goal. We know the work, and we're a little bit stuck because we don't know exactly the angle between them. Well, let's take a look. The car was moving this direction, so I'm just going to use a dotted line to show that. Which direction would the force have to act on the car in order to slow it down? Well, you'd have to have friction fighting the motion. That's what's going to ultimately slow this car down when you hit the brakes. So the angle between them is 180 degrees. So work is equal to our force, which was 300. Our distance, we don't know. Cosine of 180 degrees. Don't be weirded out by that. Just throw it in your calculator. Oops, I forgot to put the work in. The work is, we know that from here, the work is negative 3,000. So cosine of 180 degrees, if you just put in your calculator, is negative 1. So we got 300 times d times negative 1 is equal to negative 3,000. So running out of room here. Negative 3,000 equals negative 300 times your distance. So you're going to just divide. Divided by negative 300. And we end up with a distance of 10 meters. Let me box it up because it's Physics Christmas. Yeehaw!